Hi there, just to say this is a short snippet from this week's main episode, which was published on Wednesday as always. If you want the full episode, you can find it just below this one. So I'm just going to get right into a definition, because that's the title of the podcast. We're asking for a definition. This is a simple but powerful definition of psychology I'm going to give. It's not academic. It's not airy-fairy, it's not abstract, it's not difficult to grasp. The way I'm going to define psychology is the study of why you are as you are. It's that simple. Why you are as you are. And when I'm talking about the way you are, what I mean are things like your habits, your goals, your relationships, your life story, your unconscious aspects, your communication style, your likes and dislikes, your defenses, your aversions, your strengths and weaknesses, your needs, your worldview, and all the rest of it. Your entire inner world. Why is that the way it is? I want you to notice the simple power of this definition, because it's very deceptive. It might sound simplistic, like something you would read in a primary school textbook. But think about it like this. You exist as you are. You are the person as you are. There are 7 or 8 billion people on this planet, apparently. And you are you. You are the way you are. Your inner world is the way it is. You have your habits. You have your communication style, your likes and dislikes, your strengths, your weaknesses, your needs, your worldview, and so on. These things are all very specific to you. Now, of course, they're probably duplicated in some form across the world. You exist as the way you do. And it's not just about how many people there are on this planet and realizing that you are a specific configuration of all those different characteristics, which you may not find in the exact same way in another person. Let's take it deeper. Imagine the fact that you could quite easily not exist. Why should anything exist at all? Why should you be alive? Why should you be able to perceive? Why should you be alive as a human? I don't mean you, I just mean the human condition. Why should the human condition exist at all? Now that's something to deeply contemplate. I'm not going to give you an answer, and I'm not saying there necessarily is a clear answer, but the human condition might not exist at all, and if that was the case, you wouldn't exist. And so you simply couldn't exist as you are. You wouldn't exist at all, let alone as you are. But here we are, and we all exist in the exact way that we are right at this very moment. Why is that? Why do we see the world as we do? Why do our relationships go the way they do? Why do we have the fears that we do? Why do we have the inner struggles that we do? Why are we good at what we're good at? Why are we strong in the areas we're strong at in life? Why do we have recurring patterns in our life, for better and for worse? This stuff is all very specific, and it might not even exist at all. I really want you to grasp the depth of what I'm saying here. Imagine not existing versus existing as you are. Those two things are like complete opposites of each other, and yet here we are, and you're alive, and you are the way you are. If you don't get the depth of this statement, I just really sit and realize that you are the way you are. Your psychology is as it is, and you might not exist at all. Hi there, just to say this is a short snippet from this week's main episode, which was published on Wednesday as always. If you want the full episode, you can find it just below this one.